Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm doing my speech on abortion. I would like you three girls to stand up right there. Now one of you can sit back down. These two girls that remain standing represent 2 out of 3 girls each day that get raped in the United States. In some cases, the rapist does not use protection. Women all around the world have abortions without medical assistance. If the right to legal abortion is taken away, women will be forced once again to resort to illegal and unsafe operations. In certain situations, like for example the rape situation, the girls should be able to have an abortion with medical assistance and not feel the regret that is added from this controversial topic. Pro-choice, but with the exceptions, is the right choice. In a 2008 article, President Obama quotes, "I firmly support women's rights to choose but can accept some restrictions, including a requirement that medical care be provided for any fetus that survives an abortion." End quote. Women should have absolute right over their body, just like men. Women should be able to have absolute rights over their body, including procreative rights. For women, because they are the ones getting pregnant, they do not have the same equal rights as men, but because of birth control, it's possible. This includes abortion, which is another method of birth control that is used when other methods fail or have not been used. Choice number 2 in the book, The Battle Over Abortion, states that it's possible if the fetus is given legal rights. The 2 safest and most popular birth control methods are the IUD and the birth control pill, might be outlawed since they destroy fertilized eggs. Women should have the right to privacy, according to Mary Blatch, Director of State Legislation for the National Rights to Life Committee. And she states, "The issue there is about the rights to privacy, it's freedom, and it's about keeping the government out of our most private decisions. The right of privacy is given to every citizen, and it's for them to decide for themselves personal and ethical issues." In 1965, Roe v. Wade, the court decided that it's unconstitutional violation of due process and an invasion of privacy. Justice Brennan declared, "If the right to privacy means anything, it is the right of the individual, married or not, to be free from the government intrusions into matters so fundamentally affecting a person as the decision whether to bear or beget a child. Imposing on legal restrictions on abortion would allow the government to influence a decision that is as personal and private." The mortality rates for women undergoing abortions where the procedure is legal appear to be as low or lower than the rates for normal childbirth. States have an interest in protecting the woman from dangerous procedures. Each state has an interest in abortion cases. Like any medical procedure, it is performed under circumstances that ensure maximum safety for the patient. The high mortality rate of illegal abortion strengthens. Many women around the world are going through illegal abortions. Many women are harmed or even killed because they either perform illegal abortions on themselves using a coat hanger or go to unlicensed physicians. In the book Choice Number 2, The Battle Over Abortion, abortion accounts for 13% of maternal mortality worldwide. About 70,000 women die each year from unsafe abortions. An additional 5 million women suffer permanent or temporary injuries. Improving women's health means improving access to safe abortions. Legalization of abortion allows women to obtain timely abortions, reducing the risk of complications. Legal abortions will reduce the risk of deaths around the world. If abortion is legal in the United States, then women won't be afraid to tell their parents and go to safe, licensed clinics. If young girls feel safe about telling their parents that they're pregnant, then they will feel safe telling them how they got pregnant. In the case of the rape victim, if she feels safe to tell her parents that she got pregnant, then they will ask how, and she will have to tell them. In most rape cases, rape victims never report the rapes. If abortion becomes legal in the United States, then thousands of women will not have to rely on dangerous, unsafe methods. Let's take the 2 victims at the beginning of this speech. Visualize that one of the victims gets pregnant because the rapist did not use protection. Visualize that this girl is you. And for the men, visualize that that is your sister or your mother or someone you truly care about. This girl has 3 options. Option A, that she has the child. Once she has this child, he or she will always remind her of that day, the day that she got raped from a man she barely even knew. She might even resent her child, telling them she hates them and that they can't do anything right.
Sitting in my room.
Due to all the stress in her life, she begins to drink. One drink becomes two. Once a week becomes every day. When she drinks, she becomes a different person. All the anger she has towards that man, she takes it on her child. Then she breaks down on them mentally and even physically. Option B, the girl has an abortion, but because abortion is illegal in the United States, she has to rely on unsafe legal abortions. She gets a number she's found in the phone book and goes into the clinic the next day. The waiting room is dirty and dark. Her name gets called as she's waiting for the doctor. She notices on the scalpel table the dirty, unsanitary knives and needles. The doctor comes in with two nurses. They do not give you any medication to decrease the pain, and they cut open without any warning. The shooting pain rushes through your body. You can see blood on the floor, and you realize it's your blood. The doctor goes in and grabs the unborn fetus. He sews you up with a needle and a thread. Weeks later, you get an infection from the unsafe and unsanitary knives. Option C. The girl has an abortion and it is legal in the United States. She also finds a number in the phone book and goes the next day. The waiting room is bright and cheerful. Bachelor's and master's degrees are on the wall of the certified doctors. The nurses give you a pamphlet of step-by-step procedure, and the doctor ensures that he has done this before. They give you drugs to numb the pain and you fall asleep. The doctor cuts you open with safe, never use knives and needles. If the fetus survives this procedure, the fetus will get medical care to ensure that it will survive. Because the knife and needles were sanitary and were never used, you don't get an infection from the procedure, and you can start to forget that horrible incident that happened. So it's your decision now. What option would you choose? Option A, B, or C? Do you have the child but possibly resent it for the rest of your life and hurt it mentally and even physically? Do you have an abortion, but an unsafe abortion where you get an infection and even diseases? Or do you have an abortion but with medical assistance, and if the fetus survives, it too will get medical care? Women deserve to have absolute right over their body. If we take that away from women, then the men are once again superior. Choice number 2 in the book, Battle Over Abortion, states that it would be a major blow to the right of privacy and to the right of women to determine the circumstances of your lives. That's all I got. Thank you.